Hello everyone, and welcome to another video. This is the second week, and I'm very sorry for not uploading earlier. I said that it would be like a Sunday or Monday thing when I would upload, but it's already Wednesday. The only excuse I have is, well, it's a twofold excuse. The first part being that it's finals week for me at university, and so, of course, I've been, burning the midnight oil, as they say, studying for finals. But also, I just have been struggling to find what I want to talk about. That is until a couple nights ago, Monday night, I went to see Top Gun Maverick with the new Tom Cruise movie that everybody is saying is the best thing to come out in a long time. And I didn't hate it. I actually liked it. What was the worst part though is where I sat in the theater. It made me think. Okay, so I'll get into the video. This video is going to be an opinion piece on why I think that there shouldn't be those close seats in the theater. You'll see what I mean. So, like this part of the theater up here, like right in front of the screen, that part, those seats, why do they exist? Especially like the really close one. Is this like I have it up here. In the United States, every theater that I've been to has these seats, and usually they're empty unless it's like fucking Endgame or Infinity War, or like Top Gun Maverick, like you're forced to sit up here sometimes. And it's almost not even worth seeing the movie because you're just so fucking close to the screen. Like how are you supposed to, you gotta either some theaters, luckily the theater I went to, it's quite a luxury cinema, so you're able to, recline your seats back and have at least somewhat like cope with the viewing experience. But um yeah, so let me know in the comments if other countries have this or not. But these seats are so close to the screen that you're practically inside the screen. Like, I mean, a legally blind individual could view the pixels from this close. Um yeah, so here we have a diagram of what I'm talking about, if you guys didn't get it from the picture. So the Martin Luther King rows right here, the MLK rows, are super close to the screen. And in some theaters, I think this is very generous. But like, look at the size of the screen. When you're this close to it, you're only going to be able to look at like like the human field of view is only so big. Like you're only going to get a portion of it. So like especially these for watching Top Gun Maverick, I was sat in the equivalent of what would be the L row right over here in I think it was this seat right here. That's where I was sat. And I'm like having to it's a workout just trying to keep up with what's happening in the movie. It's like, oh, sometimes Tom Cruise is like over here on the screen. And it also warps his face and makes it look really weird. Like he already has a weirdly big nose, I think. But like when you're looking at it from an odd angle, you'll see what I mean. Let me get to the diagram. This is me. This is what I call the danger zone, which is equivalent to anything in the Martin Luther King zone right here. This is the danger zone. So if you're sitting in front of here, your angle is going to be really wild. You're going to have a how do I put this? You're going to have a really obstructed sense of scale when you're trying to look at something that's happening over here on the screen. For example, one time Tom Cruise was over here on the screen and it was like warping his face. Like I didn't go watch a Tom Cruise movie because I wanted to see his face warped. Like he's a very handsome individual and I want to be able to soak that in. At first I was excited that I was going to be sat up this close because I really wanted to like be all up inside his, you know what I mean, up inside him and kind of really get the full experience of the movie. But then I realized that it's just making him look weird. When someone's over here on the screen and you're over here, it's weird. I imagine if you're sitting in the middle, it's always going to be weird because most of the stuff doesn't happen. It happens in like the rule of thirds. They usually place people like in a third over here or a third over here. They never really put, feature pieces right in the middle. And believe you me, Tom Cruise is a feature piece of this movie. Like, okay, so then you have person number two, right? And they're sitting in a normal spot. Their field of view can cover the whole movie. This isn't rocket science. Like, you guys get what I'm saying. Like, if you're sat back here, right? Like in the David row, for example, um, or even in the Jacob row, or like the Eisenhower row, or whatever. Um, then you're gonna be able to see the screen without, like moving your neck. But if you're up here, it's just really bad. And I don't know why in the world theaters even build these seats. I think, what if they just took these seats and added an extra 3 rows behind back over here? That would be just a much better way to construct it. Like, sure, there'd be an awkward amount of space in the front of the theater, but that's fine. It's kind of like a necessary buffer room because nobody realize that you're not selling tickets for people to sit like the closest they can possibly sit. Conclusion that I've come to is just why in the world do theaters have this? It seems to be an issue of trying to cram as much, space or seating area per square foot as possible, but it's like almost like it's just so unenjoyable that I actively avoid it. I saw a lot of people, man, up in like the M row even, like laughing and enjoying the movie, and I was just like, how? Like, to them it would almost look as if just like silhouettes on the screen. Like, you really don't gauge what's happening. It makes it very, very difficult to get a whole uniform experience when you're sitting in the M, the L, or the K row. So I don't know, maybe they were deaf. Maybe people who are deaf sit up here and they have like someone describing the movie to them while getting the audio. I'm really unsure about it. Anyway, yeah, that's this week's video, guys. I'll try to get a video out on schedule. Summertime is here, so yeah, it'll be like really awesome to make videos during the summer. Well, I'll do some summertime special. We have a lot of interesting things to talk about, hopefully. But yeah, sorry for the slow start. I promise that not every video will be as detail or niche as talking about why the front part of a theater exists. Like, I'm sure that this topic's been covered before, but that's my spin on it. All right, anyway, bye bye.